I'm early, so I've got music in my ear. Just chilling for a little bit. Join me. Ghost boy. I'm being haunted. That's what I get for turning this on early. I'm telling. Life. Good morning, Vietnam. And everybody else that might be watching. You don't pick favorites. Unless you know you're Melissa or Sylvia and, Halo, and everybody's my favorite. I may exaggerate. Good morning, Tracy. Iron Stitches. Robin Williams. I don't know that I've seen it, but I have heard, clips of him doing that forever, and I've got to get this music off now. It's doing my head in. Josh Turner. Anybody? Fan? I got to figure out how to stop it. I like the song. That's not how you stop it. What did I do? That did it. Sometimes I turn it on early just to sit. Also, it keeps me from getting up nonstop for the next 5 minutes. Oh, I forgot this. I forgot that. Good morning. Oh, yeah. Even if you haven't seen the movie, you know that clip. Okay. I take it my mic is working. I think it was my volume on my speakers that I was having trouble with. I moved it closer so it shouldn't be cutting in and out. I think the range was too far for me. Not going to get a new camera. So sick of tech problems. Let's see. What was I going to do? I have a list. By the way, my girlfriends were talking about lists. Let's put that face down. This morning, last night, I think it was last night after I had shut everything off. Kind of dead to the world last night. Yes, I should introduce myself. Good morning, Brenda Foley. You're listening, getting ready for work. Good girl. Don't work too hard. They'll take advantage of you if you let them. I may have been listening to Dolly Parton's song too. Good, sounds fine, great. I like lists. And our friend Dawn over at My Quilt Projects, she's like, she likes lists, but then you've got to remember where you put the paper at. And I'm like, that. Yes. Oh, I'm warm this morning. And I can't see now. Give me just a second. I should be better prepared. That did not help. At some point, I'm just going to say, forget it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All righty. Eyes are back on. That means I can hear, right? Good morning, Lori. Let's see, did I miss anybody when I took my glasses off? Blind as a bat without them. Stuffed chicken from my friend's shop. So I'm listening in the morning. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate you listening. That sounds good. I like chicken though. Okay. I can hear you because I've got my glasses on. We're ready to go. And if you don't know that one, I think one of the few people that know, ready to go. I think it was one of the Fox, Jamie Foxx, had a skit. I don't know. I digress. Okay. Good morning. Hi, I'm Coleen. And this is my channel, Coleen Sews and Chats. And why am I introducing myself like that? Well, usually I have this same crew in here, and it's, feels like friends and family. So I just, Coleen. Hmm. Oh, stuffed teddy bear kind. We always talk about food. It did not bother me at all. Oh my gosh. I can't remember what it was. Something came up and it was food the other day, and I was like, that's totally quilting and sewing related. Okay, she's making a stuffed animal chicken. There. Okay. I want to say thanks to all the new subscribers. Oh my gosh, I don't know what YouTube did, but in the last week, I've gotten 19, and 9 of those were in the last couple of days. Oh, my hand's shaking. I am so thankful. Thank you. I have no idea what happened. If I knew what happened, I'd repeat it. Oh, I see somebody's figured out. Brenda says, I finally figured out a system for my Post-it notes. Each project on Post-it. Then if not finished, just move note to the next month. Then all in one place. That is a good idea. I do pretty good if I can keep them with the notebook and keep my notebooks over here. Then I just have to figure out which notebook I've put it in. I did that this morning looking for stuff. But I'll remind everybody who might be new and might be watching, might be wanting to chat. We love our lurkers, but pop into chat if you want to. All you have to do is keep it kind, keep it appropriate. By appropriate, that's a pretty broad term that we use because we go off the rails sometimes. But people in blue, they have wrenches. They're the pretty wrench ladies. Yeah, I think they're all ladies. Just how it worked out. They have wrenches for a reason. It's to keep the chat polite and kind. And see, every time I say a certain word, I think it triggers YouTube for something. Keep the bad actors from, out of the chat. Anyway, I should have stopped while I was ahead. The thought ended. My mouth kept going. Thank you for the links. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do. We're going to take care of that. Melissa says I need an off the rails bot command. It should make a noise though. Oh, my speakers are off. So I don't get any feedback. Good morning, Deb. I got your notice that you were live Sunday with a bunch of friends. I kind of stay off on Sundays. I'll get on once in a while to say hey or something like that if somebody's commented, but I try to stay off my YouTube on Sundays because Sunday is my day off too. It's I refill my cup day. Now that Josh Turner song is in my head, mean God. If you're not a Christian, it's okay. You don't get offended and I won't get offended. Oh, okay. Deb S., the Pug Mama Quilter. That's what she is on YouTube. But anyway, bunch of subs. I wanted to say thank you. And now I'm going to housekeeping. Keeping was the word I was looking for last week. When I said cleaning, I was like, that's not the word. Hollywood. We have fun doing sort of Hollywood squares with trivia. Well, that's cool. Deb says, I'm so bad about reading a comment and then saying who said it. I saw that. That is cool. I bet you guys have a blast. We have a blast for our sewing bees too. Okay. So now housekeeping. Get that out of the way so we can start sewing. So we can all get back to, I don't know, what are you doing today? Work. I'm going to go plant my behind over on my recliner and probably try to figure out the rest of my block of the months. Let's see. Got the 18 new subs. It's 19 now. And the thank you. Community rules. YouTube terms of service is what we go by in the community rules. So I think that's all you need to know if you haven't read the terms of service. It basically says be nice or be gone. Dynamic Trio, which is Melissa Practically Creative, Sylvia over at You and Me FPP, and I doing a block of the month all year long. And this Thursday, August 15th, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, is when all three of them go up. Mine is usually too long, so you might want to do it last. If you're interested in the block of the month, we take a theme, a prompt, and then we do our own thing. Like last month was it the elephant? I've done so many to try to catch up, and there's still time to catch up if you want to join us and do your own thing too using the prompts. Let's see, you can barely see the elephant up there. We had an elephant, didn't know how anybody was going to do it. We just wait and see until we're done. That way we're all surprised too. But it's this Thursday, as the 15th of every month. Seeing if I missed anything. Elephant was last month. Yes. Okay. Melissa says elephant was last month. She's going to be my brain today. I was hers yesterday. It's only fair. Or was it this? It was yesterday. Okay. Friday, I have a premiere at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And the reason I give two different time zones is because Melissa was the brainchild behind the block of the month, Melissa and Sylvia. So we go by her time zone. And when I do things just on my channel, I will tell you my time zone, which is only an hour behind them. So it's 9/8 Central. I should say that. So anyway, Friday premiere. It means there's a video up and I'll be in chat. I am trying to figure out. I figured it out. It's a 4-part series, making an insulated tote without a pattern. And I go through it all. I go through it all. So I tried to keep them down time-wise. And it is 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on Friday. I know Fat Quarter Shop is on Fridays. Hashtag Team Replay. Don't worry about it. Let's see. And if you do exclamation hat trick, it will get my playlist to everything me, Melissa, and Sylvia do together. And we each have the hat trick playlist. And we're using the hashtag hat trick. Hockey fans may understand that. Nobody else. That's okay. It's 3. That's all you need to know. It's 3. 3 scores, right? It's been a while since I watched hockey. And special shout outs to 2 garment makers. And I know one is trying quilting now. Gemini Stitches, she's trying to get her numbers up, and she does a lot of garment sewing, but I just saw a video of hers. She apparently loves Tulip Pink. Pretty cool, huh? And she is going to try some of her patterns for quilts. And then Zelda Sews. We're going to correct Melissa a little bit on her game talk. Zelda Sews also does clothes, and very nice lady. I love her Friday shares. So I wanted to be sure to give them shouts. Zelda found me through a shout Gemini did for me, Gemini Stitches, last year that I still have not done. She tagged me and I have not. See, I haven't forgotten. I just haven't done it. That may have to go in the fail. The fail. Okay. Now, before we start the block, because I forget this at the end a lot, I'm going to do the random number picker, then correct Melissa, see if she's got it right anyway. I got the random number picker. I had the random number picker. What I do is I pick a random number between 1 and 110, because this book, Quick and Easy Block Tool, 110 quilt blocks in 5 sizes. I pick a random number. I look at the picture and figure out how I can do it without looking at their instructions. And if you watch any of my videos, you'll see clearly I did not look at their instructions. So this week is the Practical Orchard. And next week will be, let's see, I need to change that. It automatically has one number come up. Yeah, you can see that. Between 1 and 110, generate 69. 69 is our magic number. We'll look that up real quick before we start this one. We haven't done 69 yet. I have a list of all the ones I've done. And I call it a variation because I'm not using this blah. Instructions. That's the word. Let's see. 69. Oh, I like easy ones. And these are scrap friendly. I can do this with pretty much any of my scraps. It depends what size you consider a scrap, maybe. So far, it's worked with 1.5 inch strips, 2.5 inch strips, 4 inch, 4.5 inch, maybe the biggest size I've used. So I've also used some charm squares that I've got. But let's see. I always want to say handy dandy. There was too much Blue's Clues in our house. And I had an extra Post-it. So next week will be a variation of this one. I'm going to write that down and put this in my book so I don't forget it. My pretty pink pen died on me yesterday. We had a ceremony. When I get a new pen that's pretty, I take it over to my son. I said, see my pen? See my pretty pink pen? I have a white one too. I'd walk into the room and I'd go, have you seen my pretty white pen? He'd glare at me. 69. And let's see, what is next week would be the 21st, August 21st. 9 patch. That should be a quick sew on a live. If I feel that it's going to take me longer than a live, I'll do half of it before. That way you can see how it's put together. Okay, so we've got the pick number out of the way. Yay for us. We are winning it live today. Now, Melissa, where's Tracy? Coleen, do you have your little box of blocks handy? Yes, I do. And thank you. I did not put this on my list, but all the other stuff was sitting here. Whoops. Hi, I'm Coleen. I'm not a YouTuber. I just pretend to be one. This is the half square triangle, and this is how I do it. I even have a block out here that I was going to show real quick. If I can do it without it falling off the board. You know, I need Velcro or something. Now, this isn't actual size, of course. These all have to be brought up to be the same size as the center. But that's how I'm doing it. I'm using these blocks to recreate. Oh, well, they didn't go on the floor over here. And that block that I just showed you, all it's going to take is this. You got 2 4-inch pieces of fabric, 4 2.5 inches pieces of fabric. Was this 1.5? 1.5 by 6. All the measurements are underneath the video. So you can sew along if you want. You can try it if you want. It's not going to take a lot. I am doing FPP flying geese. If you'd rather do traditional flying geese, whatever form you want, that's, no big deal. You do you. We like it when you're yourself. That's, some of the coolest things are discovered by people just doing what they normally do. Even if it's different. It's not wrong, it's different. Okay, anyway, and this is going to be, let's finish our sentence. Let's finish our thoughts before we go on to that. First, we're going to see what Melissa said about hockey. She can't be trusted with sports. Just wait till football season gets here. I think we're in preseason now. Tracy says, that sounds like awesome fun. I can't imagine not using a pattern. And that's one of the reasons I tell you what book it's out of. So if you want to use the book and you want to get the book, you can. I don't get anything for saying this is where I got the book from. I don't have any sponsors. I don't have any affiliate links. So I get nothing from telling you this other than that's just what I'm using. I'm nosy. I want to know what people are using in case I want to use it. Just me. I know for a fact it's not. Don't lie. Shame the devil. Oh, let's see. That's true. Okay, the 15th, we got that. That's true. Melissa says, Tracy, you're a good quilter. Most of the blocks in this book are simple if you stop and look at them for a few. Yeah. And that's what I'm not automatic with the quilt stuff. So the blocks help me. In fact, my friends have asked me questions before. Hey, help me math, because math I usually do well on. And I'm like, I can't picture it to do the math. So I'll get these out. I'll lay it out. And they're like, oh, okay, I see it now. There was a hockey. There it is. There's Melissa's hockey. Hockey, is that the game with the sticks and the little ball where they fight all the time? It's a fight where a game breaks out occasionally. I think that's a fair statement. And it's on ice. Now you know as much as me. All right. Melissa needs help with sports occasionally. I don't know everything about sports, but I got the basics. 5 boys. Let's see. Oh, I don't know what I was showing off. She says show it off Vanna, so we'll do this. And I'm a dork, just so you know. On ice, yes, it's on ice. Oh, there is air hockey. We're not going to get into that. All right. So this is the block deck. And if you, like Tracy would say, patterns are blah, blah, blah. Open your chat up and read it. I clearly am going to fail at a few things today. That's why we watched. You can lay these out and figure out all kinds of blocks. It's got pictures on them. The link I have for this is at Amazon because Halo is sold out and I haven't heard that she's getting any more. She does have the 3rd box of these, which is on my wish list. When I'm done with the book, I'm going to move on to these. Again, I've done several of these. And I was shopping at Halo last week, a week ago. Got a couple of things that have been on my wish list forever. One is this. This is and I don't have links in there for Halo. I have Halo Shop in there, so you can go to Halo Inspired True Cut Easy Sews Easy. I don't know what this is. I don't know what it says. Anyway, it's magnetic. I'm not going to take it apart because then I have to put together on a live and a blade that's, it's just not going to work. Trust me. Stop wishing harm. And it's different than I put my other one away, so I would be forced to use this and get used to it. Otherwise, I'll grab what I know, which is this one. This one, push the button, you explode the blade. I like this one, and the next time I buy one, it's going to be this type because it's, I just like it. It's solid, it's metal. I like that about it. I'm less likely to break it because I am not gentle. Anyway, I have to get used to using this one because when you retract it, you move this to get the blade free. But you can see, let's not put our hands near the blade just because it's not going to cut us. My other one, I could cut like this. This one, you have to have a little bit more of an angle, it feels like, to get off that plastic. And it may be just me getting used to it. That's why I said I'm going to get used to it because it's perfect size. It's a perfect size for FPP, little pieces, little cuts. I've been using it and I do like it. It's just different than what I'm used to. And then I got the hot ruler. I'll show you. This has been on my wish list, I think, since Melissa showed one. Didn't you show one, Melissa? It's probably been 2 years ago. I thought that is something I will use. I'll put it on my wish list. It'll stay there a while. Then will I use it? Won't I use it? If I decide I will use it, then I'll get it. And I've got this little thing cleaner. She was sold out. I imagine they're going to get more in because they sold out as soon as she showed how to use it. It's iron cleaner. Now I use other stuff to clean my iron, but I wanted to try this on it. I've got baked on starch on my big iron, and that's probably making awful noise for you. I'm sorry. I forget. So I'm going to try that on my iron. That's not where that goes. And got a sticker. I got 2 stickers. This one says play, pause, sew, repeat. I'm going to put this one on my other machine. I don't think this one's not out yet. But occasionally I like stickers. I think on my other machine I have a mom and pop sticker right here. I should have put it over there. There's what it fit. Tangent. Anyway, I want to find somewhere to put that because they're a small business, and these were about for the 28 millimeter. It was approximately the same price everywhere I looked. So if I have an option and the price is the same, I'm going to buy from the small business. I just am. And that's how I make up my mind on that if there's not a sale. I do like sales. I've been wanting one of these for a couple years. Since I started FPP, I thought that would be very handy, but I wanted to make sure FPP was going to be something I stuck with before I go buying something a little more specialized for it. I have these rulers. I don't use them. I used them at first, then they just got in the way. I tried again this last week. It's just not working for me anymore. If it works for you, great. I just have to be different and difficult like that. But anyway, back to our sew before it's over. Yeah, there's a ton of things that you don't need. I'm trying to read the chat. The chat's over here for me, so camera's over here. I change it, but then I get everybody walking in back at me if it happens. What was I going to say? There's lots of ways to clean your iron. I've used a dryer sheet. I use dryer sheet and just water, get it hot, put water on it, use a dryer sheet, lay it down. Don't do it like I did it. I had it in the air. I don't know why I do things the hard way. Lay it down, run your iron over it. It worked. I just wanted to see how this would do. I was feeling fancy, and for like $6, I gotta try it. I've been donating plasma to help make ends meet around here, and occasionally I get a reward for it. This was my reward. I'm trying to figure out an appropriate way to say this without. We pay bills first. Bills first, luxury second. So when we had a chance to get a luxury, I did. Other than that, nope. I can't remember last time I actually bought fabric. I know I did on my birthday. It's been a while. That was a year ago. Almost a year ago. Okay. Got my list out of the way. Put it back in here so I don't lose it. And now the block. It says medium and dark fabrics is what it suggests on their little picture thingy. And I try to stay that because I'm very bad about picking medium, dark, and light fabrics. I have to use the black and white on my cell phone and take a picture of them. I didn't do that with this. I was just guessing. And I usually lean one way or the other. I'm not good at mixing them generally. So I was hoping this would help me with that because I am a beginner. In case you didn't know, I am a beginner. I make all the mistakes. I do things wrong. I do things the way it works for me, not necessarily the right way. Melissa. I saw that. A little iron on. Away from my screen. I made the mistake of saying to the girls, that I was standing in line to get hooked up. So now the joke is, and I told one of the ladies at the place that worked there, and she's like, oh, I'm saying that all the time now. Going hooking. So Melissa will say, we say I'm going hooking. I'm headed hooking. Oh, let's see. Toothpaste, baking soda, or wet cloth for cleaning your iron. Melissa does have a hot ruler, and she has showed the commercial and home versions. I thought so. Hot rulers come up with some interesting results. And now we're down to my hooking issues. I pray to keep my mouth shut when it shouldn't be open. Every time I go live. I don't need to repeat everything that's in the chat, but I need to repeat everything that's in the chat. I might rest something though, so if you want to see what I'm laughing at sometimes, yeah, drop that chat over there. You also get all the links to all the people. Oh, my ear itches. I'm sorry. Iron Stitches says, I know, right, Coleen? I have so many hobbies that I'm a beginner at everything. I've been doing this, I think, 2 years, and I've been doing it on YouTube. And I tell you, I've made all the mistakes. I've done all the things different. So let's start with this. We're going to do 4 at a time HSTs for those corner units. Really wishing I hadn't thrown everything on the floor and back of me. And to do the 4 at a time HSTs, we're going to do a 1/4 inch around. And then we're going to cut corner to corner. At least that's what I have drawn on my piece of fabric to remind me. Yep, I did that with a pencil. I should get my heat pad over here more often. I've got a heat pad on my back. I have 1/4 inch tape and I have a 1/4 inch foot. You'd think my 1/4 inch would be good. And if you pin, maybe you don't fight the fabric so much. I make bad choices. Sewing off, coming around. Oh. Tell you what, after Melissa's 8 at a time hack, I was like, wait, you can do HSTs multiples at a time? Why am I doing them 1 at a time? Tell you, every corner of this, I have veered off to where it's not quite a 1/4. I tried to fix the squeaky chair this weekend. I thought I had. I have not. And these are Missouri Star rulers because my eyes like them. Let me share. Now I'm going to cut corner to corner. I always try to push it. I don't know why I'm trying to. And actually, I hope I'm remembering this right because I did not look it up. Corner to corner. I'm sure Melissa would have texted me by now. No, that's not how you do the 4 at a time going. And I'm going to trim them down. So I've already said that. To 2.5. Now, when it says something like 1/8 on my cheat sheet, I go up to the 1/4. Ta-da! And we will iron these real quick. Something's going to fall, just thought I'd warn you. To the dark side, so I'm going to put the dark side up. Shut the plate on this dangerous thing. What in the world? Anybody yell at me besides me? Set the seam, which I forget to do most of the time. And nudge it back. Now this purple, the darker purple, I'm positive it's Stonehenge by Northcott. I got it, I think it was 2021 when I got that. Made my mom a quilt and I had scraps. The other purple, I'm pretty sure is a Lori Holt. And then I've got Tula Pink, Free Spirit, and Walmart. That was not. You know the thing about lives, you don't get to take it back. I just ironed that backwards. Now, good morning, Nancy. I hope your husband's doing better. I have been praying for him. And you. It's hard taking care of someone and helping them. Now to I'm very close on these. There's not going to be much to trim. My 2.5 inch. I thought I made them bigger. I guess not. I'm using the diagonal line and then the 2.5 inch from that. I may just be trimming off my dog ears. See, every time I have trouble with this, I look like an idiot. Can't even figure out my rotary cutter. Yeah, I'm not even going to measure all these. I'm just going to trim off the dog ears. If you need to measure them to 2.5 inches, you do. You go for it. Makes your heart happy, do it. For me, this is fun. This is not about making my life more difficult. I will say, I don't get the most accurate blocks when I do things like this, but I am on a time crunch in the mornings. Before my moderators start fleeing the ship like rats. I love my moderators. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm going to measure this one too, just to make sure. I'm still getting 2.5. Yep, I got 2.5. Was it 2.5? Yeah, it was. I was thinking I was wrong. Okay. So, 4 at a time, HSTs. And we're going to attempt to put them down on the board like they're supposed to be in the pattern, which I think is that dark color. Yeah. Oh, yeah, really easy. Dark color in. It's kind of like a churn dash right there, isn't it? And then the lights, or the medium and dark, are going to go across from each other. Now, this is supposed to be scrappy. This isn't supposed to be, you know. I like green with purple, so I just grab green. That is a churn dash. It's a light bulb moment. It's a churn dash with a flying geese hourglass spinner. I like to do 2 at a time. Hourglasses when I have more than one to do, but I like flying geese when I only have one. So we're going to do flying geese. How simple. I don't know why I thought I was going to do more than that. Now the FPP, if you're doing them traditional, you could still use the same rectangle for it. Just make 1.5 inch, I believe it's 1.5 inch squares. And do the sew and flip. You want to do it that way? I'm doing it this way. And I will go from 1 to 2, and I've done these a million times on live because I am just a nut. Let me cut that off. I call these wings. If you watch my videos, I swear every time I call the sky on flying geese wings. There's two things I'd like to stock this year. Calling the Sky Wings. Oh, the other one I want to start. Using leaders and enders. I'm just putting my ruler down, going a 1/4 inch past where that first fabric is, the line for the first fabric. So we have our seam allowance there. Just like that. My window usually works pretty well. You can kind of see the shadow. I appreciate everybody joining me. Somebody messed up coffee this morning, Melissa. I think you can get fired over that. If you can, I need to mess up somebody's coffee. I don't want a wife today. I need to be careful with this blade. It makes me a little bit anxious. First time I started using a rotary cutter, though, it made me anxious. I learned pretty quickly that I needed to shut that thing every time I use it. Not just when I'm finished with the project, in between cuts. If it's not in my hand, it's shut. Do I forget sometimes? Yes, I do. Because contrary to common belief, I am not perfect. Who thought? Yeah. Who knew? And as I say, if I was perfect, I wouldn't need Jesus. All right. I think I cut the strip so it will do all 4 of these. We'll see. I may have to get another piece. I'm going to line my raw edges up. Pretty sides of the fabrics together. Numbers up on the paper. That's all FPP is. And if you're wanting to start FPP, my friend Sylvia at UND FPP can help you out. She is a great teacher. I don't know why I keep putting my finger where that bar goes and it gets hit. I'm not even on that line. Yeah, I'm just going to go back and do it again. Come on. Who is gasping at that? And then back stitch. When you get to the other line, stop. I have tape. These are Fat Quarter Shop. I'm sure I got them from Quilting with Stephanie Stitches shop. Like I said, I like to shop small when I have the chance. Covers all that paper back there. Pushed it back. Change this foot real quick. Oh, Stephanie, our friend Stephanie, she did a retreat in Texas. That looked fun. I'm just using the paper. It's 1.5 by 2.5 as my guide for cutting off extra. Now, if I take this corner 1/4 inch or so past my paper, this will flip up close to perfectly. I'm going to do a little more than 1/4 inch because my 1/4 inch is notoriously bad. Notorious. I mean, there's been letters written, emails. But I have gotten better in the last 2 years. I have never gifted anything that came back to me said, oh, that 1/4 inch, block 4, 2 down. That thing was wonky, Coleen. You're going to have to take this back. My fabric underneath slipped a little bit, but as long as I've got 1/8 right here, I ain't worrying about it. and it covers the papers. Oh, thank you for sharing super stuff. I share people that aren't in my chat all the time. Just because I can't go hang out with them all the time doesn't mean I don't enjoy them. All right. It's actually working better over here. I think my angle is different than it is when I'm sitting over at my recliner using my coffee table. 1, 2, and 3. And like that, we've got a flying geese with really very little waste. And it's coming out of scraps, so a lot of scraps. I think I said this already. The blocks I'm making, and go 1, 2, are from scraps. I'm going to do it again. Okay. As straight as I like. I'm going to go to the other side. Something about that's bothering me. Needing me another piece of fabric. Number 2, start off the paper and then go to the point where the next line is and stop at that intersection. You know, I had a request, and we get these every now and then. I don't know if every channel gets them or just we're the lucky ones. I don't like spam unless it's, you know, like I do, goofy, kind. I got spammed with a request to show how to use the foot on this machine. First of all, I can't film and show how to use the foot on this machine. Second of all, if you drive a car, you got it. If you don't drive a car, I have my foot turned around backwards. You probably don't want me teaching you anyway. I was going to say, accelerate, decelerate, accelerate, go, stop, go, stop. But I use my heel, so it's go, stop. It's actually easier on my hip, although my hip still has problems. They were very polite with the spam. I just don't like spam. I don't know if I have enough lift out of this piece of fabric. So anyway, there was your lesson on using the presser foot. This machine also has this one does have a button. Yeah, this button. I can use it without the foot. I found out quickly that was not a good idea for me. This one fit. I don't know what this piece was making me feel like it wasn't going to fit. Oh, it'll fit. I don't know why I thought it wasn't going to. And now we're going to put 3 on. Again, the line goes all the way from one side of the paper to the other, so I'm going to go off the paper, across, and onto the paper. Off the paper, back stitch, across. Off the paper, back stitch. Off the corner of the paper, back stitch. Uh-oh. Quilt Builder card deck. Halo. Good morning, Halo Angel at Halo Inspired. Nope, that didn't work. Well, it's not alive if I haven't ripped something. I'll have to go back up and see what Angel's up to. I already showed my haul. My little mini haul. See, now I fear of missing out. I have to know what's being said. Oh, Nightbot needs coffee. Halo says good morning, and that's Angel if you don't know. Good morning, good morning. Coleen, we got in a new deck for Christmas, like the boxes in the past, labeled 1, 2, and 3. She heard me talking about her. So go check those out. Box will take you to the third one if they still have it, and then you can find the one for Christmas. Or just go check out everything. That's what I do. I have to go through all the pages. I might miss something if I don't. I don't want to take this apart. So basically, after we get this together, it's just an eye patch. This is an eyebrow trimmer. It usually works really good for me. For some reason, I'm having trouble. I think it's my hands. Separate it and just barely hit that thread. I will rip it off. There we go. There we go. Just hit the thread and it'll come off. There's other ways to do this, but this is usually the fastest way for me, and those little threads don't bother me. They're either going to come off because I'm picking them off in a minute, or they're going to come off in the wash. I tore my paper. Not the first time I've done that. Yeah, I don't have any threads left. Oops. Okay, let's find another piece. I would suggest instead of 6 inches, I'll try to remember to change that to 8 inches just for a buffer. Couples. And that purple's right on top. Good. So let's try that again with a bigger piece of fabric. I'm going to do the same thing though. I'm going to lay it right sides together. Go across that. I need to see the Christmas deck. Let's see, my birthday, my anniversary, and I don't know. I think I should get stuff for Halloween because we don't get candy anymore, really. Okay, I get candy. I think that should be a gifting wife day. Yes, I need holidays to get stuff. Or a game needs to go on sale for my husband. Whoops. Where that one's going. Turn over, press it back. I got both my hooded towels done this weekend, and we're going to cut it off right here. And out to my cousin, along with a whole bunch of stuff that I'd made for the farmer's market. I'm sorry, I know when I turn my head, you can't hear me. A bunch of stuff that I made for the farmer's market that she wanted. I sent her a picture. I was like, do you want any of this? I'm going to put it in a donation box. Actually, I think I can just keep gifting it until it's gone. Problem is, I like making those snack mats. Nobody I know uses them except my cousin wanted them. So, and I gave some to my aunt. I think she'll use them because they can be used for hot pads too. Because I meant to tell her if it's setting out and it looks like a hot pad to me, you know, for a pan or a casserole dish, I'm going to put something on it. So I make them safe for that. I'm a little bit thicker, so they are safe for that. Okay, now we have 3 sides. 1, 2, and 3. Take the papers off real quick. Up. Let's see. Hourglass. Hourglass is going to be sewn together. So I'm going to sew it like this. And that's really thick right there. My machine is probably going to let me know it doesn't like me too much for that. I'm going to try to stay above the intersection right here. Stop squeaking at me, chair. I mean it. One of these days. And since I took my foot off, I'm using my seam tape. kept the one on top. Let's see if I kept the one on bottom. No, it's just, oh, it's my hair. Oh, yes, I kept both of them. And yeah, I would even show you if I didn't. Because I'm telling you, there's nothing more discouraging than someone who can do it perfect every time and you're sitting there struggling with it and struggling. Now, there are people who will tell you, yeah, I'm going to do it wrong too. It's all right. Just keep trying. Those are the ones that I like. I think the first one I watched was Fabric Patch in Washington, then Missouri Star, Back Quarter Shop. I can't remember if I found Halo last year or year before. She's got some great tutorials. And of course, Melissa, my girlfriends, they're big helps. I wonder what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. That's a lot. Take the rest. Now, my friend who teaches FPP said that she read you're supposed to start in the middle to take off FPP to prevent from, I guess, stretching your fabrics or something. It's easier for me to start on the outside. So I'm gonna, that's just who I am. One day I may change my mind and decide that this year I'm going to learn to do that. I try to find something every year that I want to learn to do or try to do better, like the leaders and enders. And I'm going to push these opposite directions. Try to thin that out just a little bit. One goes one way, one goes the other way. That seemed good. Great. Oh, I'm still scrolled. Quilt Builder card deck. Hello. I saw that. Oh, not perfect, but somebody returns that for that. They don't deserve. They don't deserve the quilt. I don't even know what I'm doing with these. I like sampler quilts, so they're probably all going to go in one. Let's see, where do we live off? Oh, practically. Oh, Halo says it looks like a good one. The card deck. Oh, I want it. I may have to get that one before I get the other ones. I may have to pay off my bills so I can do a big splurge and get them all. Having shop owners for friends is hard. I'm teasing. Let's see. Melissa said she had heard a rumor that it was coming, but no one had it until Halo. So she's ahead of the curve. Go, girl. Someone on Facebook was asking about an easy FPP pattern. I said flying geese or squared square. Someone else asked why when you can piece it normally. You're learning a new skill. That's why. Oh, Halo says, woohoo, that's a first. She's ahead of the game. And now that she's got a shop. Oh, I'm going to come over Friday, Halo. Save one of those for me. Please, 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 please. I will be there Friday to get it. Melissa says, Coleen, the new box has a pieced Santa block. If you can, I understand. Is that taking advantage? Oh, I will be. I think my husband can be bribed. I think he can be bribed. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I will be there Friday. Hopefully you still got it. Okay, and that is our center block. And now it is just a 9 patch, which hopefully is that the right way? Do I have any of that? Yeah, they were going towards each other. So now it's just a 9 patch. I'm going to leave that on. I'm going to get this off here, and I'm going to go a little bit over the hour as usual. I'm so going to be on time today. On it. The heat pad is actually not helping. It's making me sit here longer. And yeah, I use a heat pad when I can remember to, because it helps. It really, really helps. All righty. FPP. Let's see. Where do we go? I am so excitable. I saw Santa and lost it. Don't say snowman. I have a Missouri Star, their block of the month book they did a few years ago. It has a snowman and I still haven't made. I love snowmen. I love snowmen. Okay. Angel says, "Hello, it's hard to be a shop owner." Melissa says, "That's true. I guess I can claim Angel as a friend." We can all claim Angel as a friend. Go visit her. She has a YouTube channel. She shows you how to do stuff, and she shows you pretty fabrics. And she's not pushy. She's not saying, "Hey, buy this." She's just saying, "Hey, it's in the shop." And then I say, "I need something." I had a cart full of glow-in-the-dark fabric that all came out, and I got this in a ruler instead. Choices. Oh, thank you, Melissa. Angel says, "Perfect points every time with FPP." And Melissa says, "Coleen, if I could afford it, I'd have bought you one." Did you buy one? Did you get one? Melissa, were you shopping during the live? How rude. Okay. Now we're just going to do it like a 9-patch. Now my camera says you can see this, so I'm going to go with it. I'm not no good. I'm going to use my 1/4-inch tape, and I saw Deb said something right after that, and I will get back to it. My moderators will go on strike if I sit on here too long, and I don't blame them. Keeping my edges lined up. This may just be a me thing. I always go right over left and then left over right to the center. And as long as we get them all on there. And I'm trying very hard to not veer off at the end. See, that's one of the things I'm trying to do this year. Stop veering off at the end of my stitches. When I say things like tutorial, I use that term very loosely. But I like to think I'm getting better. Okay, this is the one that was on top. This was the one that was on second. Who was on first? I don't know. Who's on second? Somebody's still home. Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna press to the not pieced fabric because that's the way it's wanting to lay. There's no seam there for it to try to go against. I'll leave that one on there for right now and take my next fabric and put it over it. Good. Deb loves snowmen too. I don't know how I've not made a snowman yet. Oh, that center block should square to 2.5 inches, in case that's important for you to know. And I'm going to press to the fabric that doesn't have the seam. I have to put it down or I'll start twisting things. I think my husband got rid of my headache this morning. He popped a vertebrae back. And when I take them off, I try to put them on in the order they came off the machine. This one was first, so it's going on top. Pressing that side over there to the center. And I'm gonna hit those with the dryer or the iron. Set the seam, then press it. Do I do that all the time? No. Should I? Yes. Trying to prevent the little piece underneath there by just barely tugging my fabric. After I do this, I'll get that third one. Okay. So my darks were facing in. I'm going to nest these two seams on both hands. What did we learn last time? I should pin. I got nothing for this. By the way, Halo, I got a question. Can you get the extra long, extra fine, those heat resistant pins? I can't. Taylor Seville, I think is what they are. I was looking for those. I was going to get some of those, and you didn't have them. I thought they'd wait, and now I'm thinking better of it. So on the next one, I'll show you what I mean by nested seams if you don't know. Had I gotten pins, I would have pinned this because it frustrates me. Trying to feel where the seam is. There we go. And I'm not going to stand on here and tell wild stories a long time after this is done like I did last time. Shame on me. And I apologize. This is the one that we just did. I'll try to spin those. That's my other thing. I need to make a list. I forgot I had so many things I was trying this year. Pressing into the unpieced piece. Spinning seams was my list to try more regularly. I quilt my own stuff, so, you know, my long armor isn't going to get mad at me that I'm not doing it right. Or, you know, suggest that I do it another way. Okay. These blocks and these blocks. Wow. I did not like that when I picked out these fabrics. I did not think that was going to work. When they go over one another, you want the little lip that you've created when you ironed right there. And this one you can feel if it's going that way. They're going opposite directions, so they'll butt up next to each other. And if you want them to stay there, you should pin them. Oh, I did pretty good this time. Oh, I almost took my finger off that too soon. And I'm making sure my edges are lined up. I think Halo's shop hop's winding down. Ours starts in September. And there is a shop down the road from where I donate plasma that is just dying to get me in there. They don't know I exist, but I wouldn't go. It'd be so much easier on me. And everything has got the 1/4 inch seam. Spinning seams. One goes back, one goes forward. Center gets smushed. Sound about right? There's a thread fighting against me. This one's going to go forward. This one's going to go back because that's the way they're laying, kind of. And then smush. I enjoy saying smush too much. And then I'll get aggravated and I'll say, oh, it'll go flat when I spray it with something. Oh, good morning, Fern. Good morning. Magic pens, yes. Let's see. I don't think this one that I got is water soluble, but I know which one you're talking about. I think I've got a water. I do have a water, but I'm talking about the pokey pens. Sorry about that. They have an extra long, extra fine, and you're probably working while I'm talking to you. I'm sorry. I should just email you. By the way, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what you did. I was so excited. Okay. I have spun them as much as they are going to spun. I got a little head. And now my seams are wanting to go the other way. That's okay. See, I thought I was gonna push my seams one way, and the block just decided they're going the other way. But it helped with putting it together, so that's fine. It can do what it wants. Not fighting that battle today. I think the extra long ones are just barely longer than the regular ones. Where's my spray? I think these are free starch, so this shouldn't. That looks smaller than I thought. 2, 4, 6. I don't know where I got. I like this size better. I was thinking 8 inches. It's only 3. Why would it be 8? I need to change my math. Let me hold something off. Pardon me. Sometimes there's an emergency. Oh, she does. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Angel. I didn't see the extra long, extra fine ones online. I should have asked. I should start a card after the live. See this one? I didn't do that one right. I did veer off on my 1/4 inch because I'm going to lose that point. But that's okay. I did much better on the rest of them. Lori Holt meets Tula and Walmart. That's probably a no-no to sale. I don't care. It's what I had. It's what I used. You want to buy me fabric? Fine. I'm going to be quiet now. I like it. I like the fabrics I use. So, like I said, you do you. If you want to judge fabrics, this ain't the place for you. But if you do like quilting quality fabric, I have some friends. Let's see. This is wonky. This is wonky. That side's good. It's the side over here where I messed it up. That's wonky. But you get the gist of putting it together. So, a little better than that. It's not bad. I'm improving. Mine are usually more wonky. And it's 6.5. I'm finished. So it would be a 6-inch block finished, and I apologize for all the wrong information I gave. Why does that side look off to me? Because that corner is off just a little bit. I like it. I like these colors together. And I can make them brighter by adding a border. What am I going to do with it? I don't know. It's going to go on one of those quilts and back of me. Somehow, somewhere. Every time you do, you get better. So if today ain't all corners matching up right, well, you've done it. And you're better today than you were before you started. Is what I hear brilliant people saying. Okay, I saw Fern come in. I said hello to Fern. Oh, okay. She says she doesn't have the extra long, extra fine in my cart now. We'll get them soon. Oh, okay. She put them in her cart. Thank you. I can't be the only one that wants them. This block, yes, we just discovered it's only 6.5 inches. I don't know. It's a 3x3. I don't know how I came up with, I think I put 8. There's no way 2x2 blocks, 2.5 by 2.5, 3x3. And if you don't understand the math yet, it's okay. The ones who understand the math are going to, yeah, there was never going to be 8. So it is 6.5 unfinished. I like the little blocks like this. I like the 6.5-inch ones. I just think they're so cute. It takes more of them to make a quilt. But they're so cute. I'm going to have to eventually start putting these together. So what do we think? Lori Holt, Tula Pink, Walmart. I lost 1.5 seams, 1.5-inch seams. I lose things. This shit sprays anybody. Okay. I said thank you, Deborah Holtman. Hello, Coleen and friends from South Dakota. Deborah, we were just wrapping up. Oh, Sylvia missed while she was out. Thanks, Deb. I missed Deb's. Okay, I think I got it right. Oh, and I have several resident experts over in the chat. Angel, one of them, says smush is definitely a technical term. I've been verified. Let's see. Said good morning to Dad. Pretty cute. Deb says, I like the block. Exactly. Sylvia just did the math too. She doesn't see quilters can do the math like that. But I don't know. I don't know. My husband makes fun of me because I'll tell him I'm a genius at math. I am very good at math. And then I'll do something silly like 2.5, 3x3. Sylvia says 6.5 unfinished. Where my math came up with 8.5. We now know that I fib. Tune in to see what I'm not telling the truth about. I knew you were going to say that, Melissa. Melissa says, not an expert. And the block is adorbs. I don't think anybody would call themselves experts because I think we all have the same thought that we're still improving our skills. We're still learning things. We're still 2.5, 3x3 is never going to be 8. 3.5 to get 9.5 unfinished. Yeah. See, that math was just wrong. I know somebody had to look at my math underneath and say, is she going to get that block that she shows at 3x3 with those kind of measurements? She's not. She's delusional. Advanced beginner, Melissa says. Sherlock says she's not expert, but only in my, or I'm not an expert, but only in my own sewing. And Prince says, I know I am. I learn something new every day. And that's how we keep our minds sharp. Find a goal, find something to learn that you haven't done before. Try FPP. Even if you know how to make flying geese, make some flying geese. It's the simplest way, in my opinion, to learn. Only 3 pieces, and flying geese go in everything. You can even make a whole quilt of flying. Oh, flying geese borders. Aren't those pretty? I can't remember some of those. Oh, those are pretty. See, now my mind's going, woo. Anyway, thank you all for the new subscribers. Thank you all for my returning subscribers. You know, I love every one of you. And we get on here and we're just friends. And thank you to everyone watching, everyone that's going to catch the replay and the lurkers, because you're all important and you count. And it's okay to not do everything perfect. Heaven knows I know. Melissa plays Sudoku to keep the brain sharp. I played Sudoku when I was waiting in the car for a college kid. EPP. EPP makes my hands hurt. In case I haven't said it, thank you, moderators. Thank you, everybody who came over. And there are links, and I will try to remember to put everybody's links that was in the chat that has a channel that's not a moderator underneath in the comments. So you're easy to find for everybody. Go visit them, visit the moderators, my friends, my enabling shop owner friends, who I love to pieces. I like how happy they make me. Ignore me. Give them some subscription love, give them a like, give them a comment. Go to Mom and Pops later today. They're not here today, but we love them. Mom is doing a cross stitch, I think, still today. So see her later today. Angel drops some videos on Wednesday when they get shop hop done. Just go check out what she's got. Me and the ladies, Thursday, we got one 9 a.m. Eastern time dropping from each of us. Me, Sylvia, and Melissa, dynamic trio. Oh, there was something else I was going to say. And my mouth was catching up with my brain, and it just went. Probably shouldn't do that. Anyway. Premiere Friday. If you're interested in seeing me struggle through making a bag. 4-part series. Okay, everyone take care. Yeah, EPP would hurt my hands, but I want to try it. It looks so cute. Be the light you hope to see in others. Have a great week.